At least 4 stabbings, a shooting, and 5 school buses being set on fire.
What it be like, y'all? It is your local space demon Pinksy here, and I be like pissed off, son. I'm scared and I'm afraid and I don't know what to do, and I'm calling my mom right now. I don't even want to record. I had to talk about it, you heard? Yo, what is New York doing? What is New York doing? This is crazy, son. Yo.
Take a look at this video coming in from overnight outside of Madison Square Garden, where you can see fire right there on your screen. Now, this is provided by Jarrett Robertson via Storyful, as the NYPD is telling our Fox 5 New York team that at least 63 people were arrested during that mayhem, which included at least 4 stabbings, a shooting, and 5 school buses being set on fire.
I'm shocked and appalled, and it's crazy how I don't even feel shocked and appalled at how shocked and appalled I am, because we know New York. We know that we're never surprised by the next thing that's happening, but at the same time, we're like, really? We did that? But like, yeah, we did that. We won something and decided to destroy our own city. That's dope. That's intense. That's crazy. I'm trying to figure out the psychology of it. I mean, I spoke to some people, because I know some people who were involved in that, and unfortunately they were on the wrong side of it, at least in my opinion. And the wrong and the wrong side is I'm gonna f it up. I know some people who were on that side, and they said things like, man, it was just the feeling of it. Oh, it was intense. And I didn't even feel like I was coming at any Spurs fans that weren't coming at us. I felt like we were responding to the Spurs fans. And I'm like, okay. So you're responding to the Spurs fans by setting New York school buses on fire. Cool. And it's interesting because I'm also very close to some people in Texas, some Spurs fans, who, damn, it doesn't even feel like a L sometimes. Because it's like, we lost the game, but like, really? Like, y'all lost the game. And I get it, New York hasn't won anything in so long, but damn, that should have been the biggest celebration. That should have been everybody coming together. You know how dope that would have been? Here's the other side of it. The thing that I've observed and that I've learned in New York, that's the craziest part of it. And I just had to say this. This whole thing, this whole statement that I'm making is bred from the observations that I've made in other communities. What I see, and what is a well-established part of another side of another culture that I won't get too deep into, I'm spitting all over the place. Y'all done got me excited. What I've observed is something like this. You have a Central American, you have a South American. You have more Central Americans from different countries, you have more South Americans from different countries, all packed into one community. You know what they got? World Cup. And this is not hypothetical. You might have a Mexican, a Guatemalan, an Ecuadorian, and a Brazilian. People from different continents coming to the same place, for example, and watching a game with their jerseys. They're all going to all the games, but they're all wearing their own jerseys because they're still in the rankings. Let's say Mexico loses. You know what Mexico does? They take off their jersey and they put on a Colombia jersey. Colombia.
Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done.
You see, yo, I get so excited I be getting speech impediments, son. This crazy, bro. Y'all really doing this shit to me? Y'all done got me up. Sorry. I'm so sorry. You're getting me out of character, Mom. I gotta bring that one to therapy. I said, Mom, let's say Colombia loses. You know what Mexico and Colombia does? They take off Colombia jersey and they put on Guatemala jersey. That's crazy. That's like the exact opposite of what we do. We won and we destroyed our own city that won. We terrorized our own city's citizens. How demented. If it was just attacks on Spurs fans, I'd have been like, yeah, that's us. But, well, now that I'm thinking about it, destroying us is not something that's new to us. But because of a dub, we got a W and we doing this. And then let's say every single country in the continent of South America lost. Or Central America. Listen, I'm American, okay? I'm North American. I don't know what these places are. Anyway, point is, this is anecdotal and repeated. And I'm not making this up. Everybody from South America loses. They take off their jerseys and they're putting on the jersey of a country from Central America.
My life be like,
Hey bro, you got a phone call.
And what is that? Like, what's the difference? I need somebody to pathologize us as a united front and say, here is the main difference between people here and people there. And I think at the end of the day, I don't even know what it is. I'm not even gonna speculate. This is not about that. This is just highlighting the differences between what happens with those communities in sports and what happens with these communities in sports. Because all of them are mine. Both of these communities are mine. Both of these sports are mine. All of these people are mine. They belong to me. They're my people. I'm God. No, I identify with all these groups. I felt before, like, I've been a YN. I wasn't doing that, but I was a YN. Everybody was a YN. It depends on how N your Y was, you feel me? It depends on how N your Y was. You heard? Let's get it. I'm not trying to do that. This is stupid. This is an act. I'm a performer, okay? Okay. We've got to do better. See? Hopefully someone will see that and be like, you know what? I need him on screen.
and the Oscar goes to
Binksy.
Because that cry was so realistic. And I think the scariest part is that this is not some amorphous thing where there's some phenomenon happening. Obviously there is, but it's not like some systematic thing that we have to figure out and we can't see in a tangible way because it's happening in the background and we don't really see it happening. So we have to do our due diligence to figure out what it looks like in play, what it looks like at the source, no, it's literally like shit getting set on fire. Like there's no system there. It's just like maybe don't do that. And this is not a black thing. This is not a white thing. This is not a rich thing. This is not a poor thing. This is a fans of the Knicks. So what I would want to see is fans of the Knicks holding fans of the Knicks accountable. Because that's what I would do. If I was running around being a Knicks fan, I'd be like, yo, bro, what are y'all doing? I'd probably risk getting hurt myself in order to stop some stuff from going down. But fortunately, I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks supporter. You know what I'm saying? And, while that puts me in a position where, like, I'm not I'm not in opposition, so I'm not like sitting there, you know, afraid of what would happen. It's still sad to see, because even though, you know, nothing is happening to our side, something is happening to, you know, innocent people that didn't do anything to deserve that, man. And again, I'm not saying that it's a good thing, and I'm not saying that I understand and that it's good. I'm just saying the doing things to Spurs fans does not surprise me. I don't condone it, but it doesn't surprise me. It's the doing things to other New Yorkers, bro. Other New York, just innocent New Yorkers. That school bus was set on fire. That man was standing in front of it talking about, bro, y'all screwing up my check. And all for what? And I'm not gonna say just the game, because I know what culture is and what it does. I'm not gonna minimize cultural phenomenon as just a game, but I'm also not gonna ignore the response to a win. To a loss, I would even have less to say. We lost and we set a New York school bus on fire. That feels normal to say, unfortunately, but we won. Hot damn. Anyway, shut up, fuck off, eat my ass, and
You need to leave.
yeah, man. My city never ceases to amaze me, but always ceases to amaze me. It's fun, it's exciting. The world is a joke and a lie, and it's all comedy, at least. And if you can't make comedy out of it, you're probably having a really hard time. Speaking of comedy, I got some more stuff that I gotta say in regards to Kevin Hart, so stick around for that. Hit the like and subscribe button if you feel so inclined, and we can get to the next chapter when I feel like it, son. Like, subscribe, hype. You feel me? That's that. All right, I'm gonna shut up now.